I mentioned that the Republican debate was canceled. I think there was actually multiple debates. They were at one point. It was like I couldn't figure out. CNN was going to do one, and ABC was going to do one. Nikki Haley said she won't do it with anybody but Trump, or I guess theoretically Biden. Ron DeSantis is happy to do a debate with anybody.
He couldn't find another Democratic governor to debate.
Exactly. He'll go out and debate somebody. He just desperately needs the attention because he doesn't have the money to actually campaign in New Hampshire.
Right.
Donald Trump is not going to debate. So sadly, and I am saying that sarcastically, we will not be covering another Republican debate, it appears.
You also say it self-interestedly because people like to watch us cover these.
No,
I mean, I have to say, sometimes it's fun. Yeah. And sometimes it's a chore.
I almost like had to excuse myself. I was laughing so hard at DeSantisLie.com at a certain point. Matt got creative with the
That
graphics.
was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
That actually was pretty fun. But
the website everyone's still talking about.
DeSantisLie.com.
But aside from that, now we should also say one of the big changes in the wake of the Iowa primary is that Vivek is gone. It's Vivexit, or
Vivek rhymes with heartbreak.
As we did on Left Reckoning post game last night, the Ramaswan song.
Ramaswamy song.
Those are all better than mine.
There you go. But here he is. I guess the idea is he's thinking about maybe. I mean, there's some rumor. I think that is he from Ohio? I can't remember exactly where it is. He was contemplating a run for governor or maybe Senate or who knows. But here he is, really desperately trying to get a picture. He knows when he runs next time that Donald Trump will either be president or maybe, I don't know, in jail or passed away, but nevertheless, he'll be a hero for the Republican Party. So he wants that picture that he's going to include in a future a campaign ad. And it's like... when you're shooting a movie, and particularly like a low budget movie, what you do, you go out there, you try and get when you're in a location, you just shoot everything.
Right.
Particularly since the advent of shooting these things on video, you shoot everything. You get B-roll of everything. And you do like, I got this Vista. I want to do a left to right pan and a right to left pan. And I want to do a tilt and then give me a lock off. And then give me, if we can use a dolly shot here, I just want to get all of it because I don't know how I'm going to use it in the edit room. Here's what Vivek did.
Right. Hanging on for dear life.
Angle me. Angle.
Yep.
Look out. Pat, look out. Okay, there we go.
See, that's exactly what they say to you.
One more time.
Did you ever see the end of Titanic?
That's what they say to you when you're taking photos, like at a wedding, or if you've ever been on like one of those step and repeats or whatever. Like they say, I'm sorry,
I don't even know what that is.
You've been to a premiere or like at an event where they take photos of you. That's happened to me like 3 times. So speaking as a very important person, they say move your head in one way, like every single photo, to do it a little bit differently so you get the most flattering angle. That's 100% what Vivek was doing there, because he's going to use all angles of that for his next promo. But the problem for him is he just runs into a little bit of an issue with his whole Ramaswamy thing.
Yeah, the thing is, it was always going to be a stretch for him in the Republican Party. And you also have to imagine that this is going to be a problem for Nikki Haley as well, that we will hear about after she exits. I saw some figure that like a significant portion of Nikki Haley's support will vote for Biden over Trump. Now, it is it's really hard to garner what message we can take away from Iowa, other than the Republican Party is Donald Trump's party, which we already knew, but the turnout was like 60% of what it was, and that could have been a function of how cold it was, or it could be a function that they're not as energized. We're not going to see huge numbers for the Democratic primaries either, because people are less than enthusiastic to vote for Biden. Marianne Williamson will get will have some support, and people will come out some people will come out to vote for her, but it's not like Dean Phillips is going to be driving people to the polls. I mean, he may literally be driving people to the polls. So it's really hard to assess. But this, if you had a question as to why Vivek, as MAGA and sort of like quasi-Christian, he was pushing like these...
he was trying to
sort
do
of like
God is real.
mighty man of valor type of stuff.
Tucker Carlson.
Why he never resonated here is one of your reasons. This is from the the Bulwark?
The Bulwark's focus group podcast.
Okay.
A voice to it.
Yes. And actually, I want to get to, as we wrap here, with another guy who has fallen in the voters' eyes. Vivek Ramaswamy was drawing some interest until people saw the way he debates. Plenty of voters still like him. He and DeSantis got a lot of second choice mentions, which is, I think, pretty well reflected in your polling. But he's run into a major problem beyond his control. Let's listen.
I'm sorry, I'm not being prejudiced, guys, but I don't like his name. I don't like where he came from. After 9/11, I still harbor a lot of hard feelings about that.
He was kind of mentioning, some good things. Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
They move on from that. Yeah, he's running into a bit of a problem.
He reminds people of 9/11. How does that happen?
Well, he said he's not racist, Sam. Right. So
I'm not being prejudiced.
I'm not being
prejudiced, but I'm basically just saying there were people of a completely different nationality, a totally different religion, who obviously hated the country.
Yeah.
Who committed 9/11, and therefore I look at Vivek and think his skin is brown. That is, but I'm not racist whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in part Trump having him come with him to New Hampshire is important just to have the base not turn on Vivek now, because the Babylon Bee also did a racist thing.
They said he's going to be working at a 7-Eleven.
At the White House 7-Eleven.
Jesus, that is like, first off, it's obviously blatantly racist, but it's also sort of like, did they write that joke in 1993?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, but conservatives are getting better at comedy, Sam, and it's making them less nervous.
Like, honestly, 30 years ago, that joke was tired and stupid.
They have no other tricks in their bag, but if someone was going to ask Vivek about that joke, what he would say, it's all in good fun, because that's the role that he plays there, right? He gets to say, I'm the one of the good ones, but they don't want one of the good ones, buddy. They still think you did 9/11 when you come from Indian Hindu descent.
What was that guy who had said to him about his wife? He had said, there was that guy who said, your wife is
her
elegant.
ass isn't 5 axe or 10 axe handles wide.
It's just like,
it's the mirror version of that.
Imagine you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, in the stock market or venture capital or whatever, and you decide to sign up as a younger man for that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hundreds of millions of dollars, that guy.
Right.
He's worth like $700 million.